don't know if most people realize this or not, but those real estate reality shows are far from the reality of actually being in the trenches, in the business, and doing all the work that goes on behind the scenes. What they tend to show are the celebration, the short negotiations over the telephone. Sometimes we go back and forth and have multiple counters. I think the most I've ever done is maybe 7 or 8. I would have to check, but it is not all done on the phone. There are expiration time frames on counter offers. Yes, some can be done on the phone, and that's great when that happens, but there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scene that the consumers, the buyers and sellers, never see. And I think that may be a mistake of real estate agents when we shield our clients from the actual work that we do. I recently wrote an offer, and it was in an area that I've sold before, but it's not one that I sell in on the daily. So when I got the call to write an offer, I spent maybe up to 3.5 hours researching recent sales, looking on various real estate sites to see what they were suggesting the value would be. Of course, reviewing all the recent comps on the MLS, checking the tax record, doing a lot of the behind the scene work. And it was really a half a day's work before I was even ready to consult with these clients and find out, did they have their pre-approval and structure the offer. And then that's 17 pages, I think. Don't quote me on that. They're always changing it. And then I sent the offer to them to look over and to approve everything, and then sent the final draft back for signatures. And then, of course, it has to be sent to the listing agent, and that process takes time as well. Most of this, the consumer, the buyer, or the seller is maybe not totally unaware of, but partially unaware of how much time actually goes into structuring an offer. And we're still waiting for a response, should receive that today. And then we begin the actual negotiations. They made their opening offer, and so we'll see where it goes from there. But there is a lot of work involved that those reality TV shows never show. It's not all going out to lunch, closing a deal in 30 seconds on the phone. There's a lot more that goes into that. And that's why an agent who is experienced and knows the business, is really their value to you as the buyer or seller is very difficult to measure and put a price on. Some do it very well, others not so great, and then a lot are somewhere in between. But the negotiation part, very important, as well as when it comes to all the inspections. Those are another time to negotiate. So don't believe everything you see on those reality TV shows. Not reality.